Welcome back, everyone. We're diving into the world of AI and business today.
Sounds exciting.
It is. But I think a lot of people hear AI and think, oh, that's way too techy for me.
Yeah, I can see that.
But that's not the case at all. We're going to show you how AI is creating huge opportunities, even if you're not a tech person. Like, did you know one guy quit his 9 to 5 just 2 weeks after trying out this system called ROYA? And he's on track to make 8 figures this year.
Seriously.
Yeah. It's pretty wild. We're getting all our info from entrepreneur and author Dan Wardrope. He wrote The Instant AI Agency, and he's kind of blowing up the AI world right now.
I've heard of them.
So get ready to learn how you can cash in on this AI gold rush.
I'm all ears.
So Dan compares this whole AI boom to the California gold rush back in 1848.
Interesting comparison. What's the connection?
Well, back then, everyone was rushing to find gold, but only a few actually got rich, right?
Right? Makes sense.
And the real winners were the ones selling the shovels and picks and all the stuff the prospectors needed.
Ah, I see where you're going with this.
They saw the opportunity in providing the tools, even if they weren't the ones digging.
Just like Samuel Brannan.
Samuel Brandon.
Yeah, the newspaper guy who made a fortune selling shovels during the gold rush. He knew everyone needed a shovel, and he was there to sell them.
Smart guy.
Yep.
So is that what this ROI system is all about? Our shovel for the AI gold rush?
Exactly. It's how you can capitalize on the AI boom without needing to be a tech expert.
All right, I'm officially intrigued. Tell me more about this ROYA system. What does it stand for anyway?
It stands for Rent Out Your Sales Android. And the brilliance of it is that it focuses on dead leads.
Dead leads, you mean like contacts businesses have but never really follow up with?
Exactly. Think about it. Businesses, big and small, they're sitting on mountains of contact information. People who downloaded a brochure, attended a webinar, requested a quote. Months, even years ago.
Yeah, but they never became paying customers, right?
Right. Most companies just let these leads collect dust. But they're a huge potential source of revenue.
I see what you mean. Every business I know has a database full of those forgotten contacts. But is there really that much value there?
Way more than you think. Let's say you have a solar company with a database of like 50,000 contacts.
Yeah.
If they could reactivate just 1% of those leads
1%?
and turn them into sales, say the average sale is $5,000. That's $2.5 million in potential revenue just sitting there.
Whoa, that's a lot of money. So how does this ROIA thing help businesses tap into that? What's a sales android anyway?
It's not your average chatbot. It's like
Right.
this sophisticated AI program that can actually have real conversations with those dead leads.
Really?
It can answer questions, qualify leads, figure out their concerns, and even book appointments for the sales team,
Well-
all without any human help.
So it's like having a 247 sales assistant working nonstop to revive those forgotten leads and bring in new customers.
You got it. And the best part is, businesses don't pay anything up front. They only pay when they make a sale.
Wait, really?
Yep, Dan's all about revenue sharing.
That's a game changer. It's like getting free sales help. They only pay if it works.
Exactly. It's a win-win. But you're probably wondering, how does the magic happen? What's going on behind the scenes?
I was just going to ask about that. You mentioned ChatGPT and high level. What are those?
So ChatGPT is like the brain of the sales android. It's this super powerful language model made by OpenAI. It's what lets the AI have natural, human-like conversations.
Wow, so the sales android is actually powered by like cutting edge AI.
Yep. And High Level is the platform that manages everything. It's a CRM, so you can automate workflows, track leads, manage appointments, analyze data, all in one place.
So high level is like the control center for the whole operation.
That's it.
I'm guessing you need some serious technical skills to make all this work, right?
You'd think so, but actually, one of the big things about ROYA is that it's accessible. You don't need to be a coding whiz to use it.
Seriously?
Dan has clear instructions and video tutorials so anyone can set it up.
That's impressive. But, I mean, does it actually work? Are there real people out there who have used this ROIA system and actually seen success?
That's the best part. Dan shares some incredible stories in his book. Regular people, just like you and me, who are getting amazing results.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dan's book is full of these crazy success stories.
Okay, give me the good stuff. Who are these people and how did they pull it off?
Okay, so there's this guy, Rob Brown. He was working a regular 9 to 5, making okay money, but not really loving it, you know? Then he finds out about ROIA, and he sees the potential. Like, this is my ticket out.
Did he quit his job to do this full time?
He did. 2 weeks after starting with ROIA, he quit.
2 weeks. Wow, that's bold. He didn't even wait to see if he'd make any money.
Nope. He just went for it. And guess what? A few weeks later, he gets his first profit check for $25,000.
Get out of here. $25,000 just like that.
Just like that. This guy was making a normal salary before, and now he's pulling in $25,000 a month in pure profit.
That's insane. So what happened next?
Well, word got around about Rob's success. Pretty soon, he's landing deals with big companies, even some really famous ones. These companies were all struggling to figure out AI, and here comes Rob with ROYA, and they're like, this is exactly what we need.
He became like an overnight AI expert.
Basically, he found his niche, and his
Actors.
income just kept growing. By April of that same year, he was on track to make $10 million in profit. In his first year.
$10 million. That's incredible.
Hmm.
But was Rob just lucky, or can anyone do this?
That's the thing. Rob's story isn't unique. Dan's book has stories about people from all kinds of backgrounds achieving these crazy results. Like there's David, this lead generation specialist. His agency was struggling, but then he implements ROYA, and now he's working with a top solar agency in the UK.
So this isn't just for solopreneurs. Even existing agencies can use this to level up.
Totally. Oh, and there's Cedric, a one-man agency from France who's landing deals with billion-dollar companies.
Billion-dollar companies. Come on. How's he doing that?
The offer itself is just that good. Remember, it's no risk for the businesses. They're giving Cedric access to these leads they've already written off. It's like free sales help for them. They have nothing to lose.
So they thought these leads were worthless, but ROYA shows them that they can still make money from them.
Exactly. And it's working. Cedric is getting deals with these huge companies, even though he doesn't have a ton of experience or a big team.
These stories are amazing. But what makes ROYA so different from other ways of generating leads? What's the secret sauce?
Great question. Dan breaks it down really well. He uses this acronym, TIMER, to show how powerful the ROYA offer is.
Okay, I love a good acronym. What does TIMER stand for?
It stands for time, identity, money, energy, and reputation. It's all about looking at the offer from the client's point of view. What motivates them? What do they care about?
Interesting. So how does ROYA compare to, say, hiring a Facebook ads agency or a copywriter?
Well, with a Facebook ads agency, you usually pay them every month, whether the ads work or not. So the business takes all the risk, right? They're investing a lot of time and money up front with no guarantee of results.
And with a copywriter, you're paying for the words, but you don't know if those words will actually lead to sales.
Exactly. Now let's look at ROYA. Time? It doesn't take much time for the client because the AI is doing the work. Identity. Working with you, this cool AI-powered agency makes them look innovative. Money. They only pay when they make a sale, so there's no risk. Energy. Again, the AI does the hard work, so the client doesn't have to spend much energy. Reputation. If they're successfully reactivating these old leads and boosting sales, that makes them look good.
So ROYA checks all the boxes for the client.
It does. And that's why it's such an attractive offer. Dan also points out that ROYA solves two big problems businesses face: increasing costs and shrinking profits.
We talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
Those are big concerns for any business.
Exactly. Yeah. And ROYA tackles them both. It reduces costs because you're automating the sale process, and it increases revenue by generating new sales from those dead leads.
So it's not just a quick fix. It's a whole new way to approach sales and growth, something that can really make a difference in the long run.
You got it. It's a win-win for everyone. Businesses get more sales and lower costs. The clients who implement ROYA get more revenue. And even the dead leads benefit because they might end up getting something they actually wanted in the first place.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
But how do we actually get started with this? How do we implement ROYA and start selling those shovels in this AI gold rush?
Dan lays out this super clear 8-step process, and it takes you from finding the right partners all the way to making money. And the first step is knowing where to look,
So where do you find these businesses that are perfect for ROYA? Any particular industries that work best?
Dan actually says, think broad. Don't limit yourself. Any business with a sales team and a bunch of old leads, that's a potential gold mine. Dentists, gyms, consultants, online stores, the list goes on and on.
Wow, so I could target anyone from a dog trainer to a real estate agent to a big online retailer.
Yep. The key is to find businesses that are having trouble converting those old leads into actual paying customers. And once you've found them, the next step is pitching ROYA in a way that really clicks with them.
Okay, so how do I pitch this to these potential partners? Should I be talking tech, or what's the angle?
Here's where Dan gives some really great advice. Don't get lost in the tech stuff. Focus on the problem ROYA solves. Show them how much potential money they're missing out on by ignoring those old leads.
Right, it's all about the bottom line. Show them how they can turn those dead leads into cash.
Exactly. And the best way to do that is with a live demo. Dan calls them coffee dates, basically. Informal meetings where you show off the sales android in action.
Coffee dates, I like that. It's way less intimidating than a big sales pitch.
Totally. It's
Yeah.
all about connecting with them, answering their questions, and letting the sales android do its thing. Once they see the AI engaging with those leads, answering questions, even booking appointments, they're usually blown away.
So I don't have to be a slick salesperson to make this work. The system sells itself.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
ROYA does the heavy lifting. You just focus on building that relationship and trust.
Okay, that's a relief. But let's get a little techie for a sec. How do I actually build this sales android? Do I need to learn how to code? Hire a developer.
Dan says, no way. Technical stuff shouldn't hold you back. He gives you step-by-step instructions, videos, the whole 9 yards. It's designed to be easy, even if you're not a tech person.
So you're saying I can create this AI-powered sales machine without knowing how to code?
You got it.
Yeah.
He even made this free 3-day challenge. It's called the Prince Charming Challenge. It's all videos that walk you through setting up and launching your sales android.
Love the name.
Hmm.
Okay, so what happens after I launch my Android? Is it just rinse and repeat, or are there other ways to grow?
Oh, that's just the start. Once you've got this database reactivation thing down, there's a whole world of AI solutions you can offer to your clients. You can really deepen those partnerships and make even more money.
So what are some examples of these other solutions? What else can I do with this AI tech besides reactivating old leads?
One cool example is what Dan calls the speed-to-lead android. It grabs those brand new leads, like right when they show interest, and starts engaging with them instantly.
I see. So it solves the problem of slow response times. Because we all know how annoying it is to wait forever for a reply when you're interested in something.
Totally. The speed-to-lead android makes sure those leads are engaged right away, which means you're way more likely to turn them into customers.
It's like this AI is working overtime, responding to every single lead that comes in, 247.
That's the power of AI. It never gets tired.
Okay, what else? What other cool AI tricks does Dan have?
Another awesome one is the document collection android. It automates getting documents from people, which is a big deal in industries like legal and financial stuff.
Yeah, I can see that. Think of all the paperwork involved in mortgages, insurance, legal cases. It's a headache.
Exactly. Automating that whole process saves businesses a ton of time and money. Plus, it makes things way easier for their clients.
And I remember Dan mentioned Rob Brown, our 9-to-5er, who's now an AI entrepreneur. He had a lot of success with that document collection android.
Oh, yeah. He was working with this class action lawyer who had a massive database, like 1.5 million people. And Rob was getting paid $125 for every document he collected.
That's crazy. It seems like the earning potential here is unlimited.
It really is.
Yeah.
And the best part is you can start small and gradually add more services as you learn and grow.
We've covered so much today. We talked about the ROYA system, how it works, the success stories. What are your biggest takeaways for our listeners?
I think the biggest takeaway is that AI isn't some far-off thing anymore. It's here, it's powerful, and anyone can learn to use it to build a successful business.
Dan proves that. You don't need to be a tech wizard. It's about understanding the concepts, being open to learning, and taking action.
Right. And ROIA gives you a clear path to do just that. It shows you how to tap into this huge untapped source of revenue, those dead leads that businesses thought were worthless.
It's like finding buried treasure. The gold was there all along. You just needed the right tools to dig it up.
So think about this. What's one thing in your work or business that you could automate with AI? What would that free you up to do?
Imagine having a team of tireless AI assistants working for you 24/7. What could you achieve?
The AI revolution is happening, and the possibilities are endless, so grab your shovel and let's get digging.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, everyone. We hope you've learned some valuable things about AI and how it can change your life and your business. We'll see you next week for another exciting topic.